Hello. Just working on the old wagon. I just knocked the original spindles off. I've been running aftermarket disc brakes on this car for quite a few years, and there's nothing wrong with them. They've been working great. It's just I got a chance to get an original factory set, so I thought it'd be kind of nice to put them on. But so I'll just kind of run through. So here's my aftermarket setup on my factory drum brake spindle, and this is all the same, basically 65 to 70 full-size Chev and full-size Canadian Pontiac. Utilizes the same, virtually the same parts. They're you know, you want to swap 12 bolt out or transmission or differential or suspension chassis parts, it's all kind of the same. But so this aftermarket setup utilizes a Chevelle style rotor, basically like 68 to 72 like dimensions wise, and there's a part number for the brake pads. It uses a metric caliper, and then you can see the aftermarket bracket here, this piece here that bolts onto the original style spindle, and this bracket that comes with the kit. And I'm probably gonna put this onto another vehicle just to keep it a roller. That's why I left the and I'm gonna replace the ball joints anyways, the lower ones, so that's why I removed it this way, for those that are wondering. And for those that aren't, no big deal. So here's the differences here. Here's the factory setup, which I've got cleaned up, ready to go. I sourced some, I was able to source the rotors from Rock Auto. It came out of the US. So the keeners out there will note that this is the factory style two-piece. So this has got a separate hub like you would have for your drum brake, and you can see the rotor here, and the rotor sits behind the hub on this application. So the only thing is I had issues tracking down wheel studs, the original size, which I have here. And for those that Chevy guys, here's what it looks like here. So here's the original. So they go through the, you know, through the rotor, and their interference or press fit right into the hub here. So these seem to be hard to get. I'm sure somebody makes them somewhere, but I just thought, you know, might be a time to upgrade to some bigger wheel studs anyways, because I'm running 1/2 inch on the back with an aftermarket 4 9-inch. So I thought, well, might as well just change up the fronts as well. So that's what I've done. And these I could show the part number on the wheel studs. These are the wheel studs that I've gone with here, Morosos. Here's the number there, and the thread size, and you can see the diameter, that 563 thousandths. That's the knurled part there. So basically, I opened up the rotor holes. I drilled them with a 9/16, and that allowed the studs to go through fairly easy. But there's still a little bit of tooth that did dig in, which is actually kind of nice. So it's held really good. And then for the hub itself, it was a 35 64th drill bit that I drilled all these out, and then used my press to press those in, set it up, just kind of installed them how the old school Bible manual says. I happen to have one here. This one's 69, but it's 68 to 70. There's a lot of the same. So that's what I did there. So that way it's not my way or some guy off YouTube, even though I am some guy off YouTube, but I followed the what the OEM procedure was on that, and same with the setting up the wheel bearings. There's not a lot, but a few different videos on that, but just follow the when in doubt, follow the GM manual. Believe it or not, the guys who designed this stuff actually know a thing or two. You'll see there's no backing plates on these. They were just too beat up from the car that I got them all, and I don't care. I don't need backing plates on this anyways. This car only sees nice weather and the racetrack. So, but that's what they look like after they're all cleaned up. For any of those that watched my boring video of me painting these with a brush. So they actually look not too bad. And these rotors, factory ones, are actually a little bigger. I don't know if the video will show it that clear, but I'm sure you can tell that I'm sure you can see the size difference. These are 11 inch basically, and these are 11 3/4 diameter. And I wanted to show you the difference in the calipers, which is, going to be a big difference in the clamping force. So here's the metric caliper, and here's the OEM style. So you can see that the piston size, well, just even the whole caliper, everything, that's a lot more heavy duty. And it makes sense, right? It would make sense that a full-size pig like this would have more braking than a lighter Chevelle. But nonetheless, these have been working well. I've been out to the track quite a bit with them, and you can see the shape they're in. They're still just minimal. They still like new, basically. Yeah, so I'm just going to get that back together. So I will expect to have slightly more brake pedal travel, because I'm going to a bigger bore on the calipers there, so it's going to take more fluid to move them. So it'll move easier because my pressures are increased, but the trade-off is I'm going to have more pedal travel because these are a bigger bore down here. It's kind of like if you go the opposite way at the master cylinder. If you go the smaller bore, you go on the master cylinder, the more line pressure, but the trade-off is you end up with a little more pedal travel, because you have to make up for the less fluid that you're moving with the smaller bore at the master cylinder, for any of you that are into the techie stuff. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting these on and trying this out, seeing what the difference is. And if I do have too much pedal travel, I can always go to a bigger bore master cylinder to shorten up the pedal travel. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this, like I say, this is for the B-body guys out there, full-size Chev guys. I've seen a few different videos. They're actually quite old, because there's been lots of people go through this. Just finding they still make a one-piece rotor, but I thought it'd be kind of nice to have it stock. Well, the stock setup anyways. This came off that 70 Impala parts car I picked up recently, so that's where I got these spindles and all that stuff, and the hubs and that. So that's what I'm gonna run. So that's it. Quick short video. Well, not too short, somewhat short. And if anybody has questions about the outcome or maybe I messed up too in my explanation on stuff, but there's quick. You can leave me questions in the comments and I'll gladly answer what I did, or, you know, if it was really wasn't rocket science. I mean, I just drilled those hubs out on the drill press, so it worked out pretty good. And yeah, so that's about it. So it's all about trying to keep your GM all GM, and that's what I'm doing. I thought it'd be neat to have a factory disc brake setup on this car. So after all these years, I finally get to do it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, don't like, subscribe. Tell me what you really think. I'm all ears. Thanks for watching.